Dr. Barbarino, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself and your practice?
I'm out of Austin, Texas and Los Angeles, California. I'm an oculofacial plastic surgeon as well as full cosmetic surgery.
Okay, so you do both.
I do both.
And how long have you been working or having Rohrer Aesthetic products in your practice?
Oh my God, a long time. I'm a lot older than I look. I drink the Kool-Aid and sell the Kool-Aid, right?
Okay, well, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Do you remember the first time you met Mark Rohrer and he introduced you to the products?
Yes.
Can you just tell me a little bit more about
He actually didn't introduce me to the products.
Oh.
I guess you didn't know the story.
I guess not. Please tell me.
So I actually was introduced to the Spectrum. I was looking for I just lived in my new space in Austin, Texas, and I needed to get some devices. And at the time, it was right after COVID, so everything was super overpriced to build out. And so I just felt like I was hemorrhaging money, and I was like looking for a device that worked really well, that was space efficient, as well as price sensitive. And so it had 5 modalities: hair removal, Erbium YAG, what else? IPL. You know, every aesthetic practice needs one, right?
All of it.
With the Q switch, and then is that it? I think so, but it's a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
With a fully ablative Erbium YAG, right? So I loved the unit, and I wanted to try it. And I'm like, if it works as well as everyone says it does, then I'm in. So I demoed it, and it was great, and I loved it, and I bought it, and I brought it in my practice, and then about a month later, Mark Rohrer called me on my phone, and he's like, what I thought was really amazing was that, you never really, most of the time, you meet the reps and the higher ups when you're looking at the device, not when you're already purchasing. They already had me. I was already committed. I already had the machine, and Mark called me and he said, I would love to come out and, meet in person and take you for dinner and, tell me about your experience with my laser and how much, if you like it, if you don't like it. And, obviously I loved it, and I love Mark, and he's awesome. And we've been friends ever since.
So that's something really interesting that you brought up, because every time I've been speaking to other people about their interactions with the company, they talk a lot about the personal connection with everyone in the higher ups. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
I think it's a lost, it's something that's lost nowadays, that we don't have that personal connection. So what I love about Rohrer is that at any point, no matter what's going on, I can give the 1-800 number a call. There's been so many times that I've had, I think all of us have seen kind of turnover, laser technicians, in practice managers, and all of these things. And I've never had a problem with transitioning, because the support group marketing, as well as support of the device and purchasing heads and all of that, it's seamless. It's been amazing. So I remember I was so embarrassed. My esthetician wanted to turn on the machine to help me out, and she's like, it's not working. And I'm like, call the 1-800 number, and I didn't go into the room and actually check on it. She's like, it's not turning on. And she called the 1-800 number, and they walked her through it, and I guess she didn't plug it in. So,
oh no.
I mean,
Power
all of us
would
can
be
do it.
needed,
All
yes.
of us can do it, right? All of us have been there. So we were both like, woo, the patient was already numb.
Yeah. Oh, how
So
funny.
it was
What a
great.
great story. I was listening to one of your previous interviews online, and you were talking about the role of regenerative medicine and how that seems to be really a trend in both dermatology and plastic surgery these days. Can you talk about that role in your practice?
So the regenerative medicine is interesting, because we have exosomes, PRP, PRF, all of these things stimulated collagen, including Erbium YAG, radiofrequency microneedling, and the ultralight, which is kind of interesting to me, because I had never thought LED would ever be part of my current practice, but I use it on every single patient, surgical and non-surgical. Patients just buy a membership and they come in and just sit underneath it. The properties that there's a red light, a blue light for acne, and then there's a green light for weight loss. And I think I use that machine. That is the hardest working machine in my entire practice, and I don't know how I ever did without it, because it reduces bruising, swelling, reduces downtime in such a significant, meaningful way that locations, I thought, I'll put bruise and sole locations underneath there so that I don't have to hear them complaining about the bruising and swelling. It gives them something to do. And what I found out is that it actually made them recover much quicker, and they were back doing more procedures, which is fantastic.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I don't want to keep you for this wonderful event here,
Yeah,
so
it's
thank
such a
you.
party.
Right? Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And for anyone who wants to learn a little bit more about yourself and your practice, where can they go?
What's that?
Anyone who wants to learn a little bit more about yourself or your practice, where can they go?
Barbarino Certificates. Follow me on Instagram and see my website at www.barbarinocertificates.
Perfect. Thank you so much again. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.